Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to another Beat, Matt, Batrep.
MiniWarGaming's Beat, Matt, Batrep.
I got James here from Windsor, one of the Border City Boys. That's the name of the club from Windsor.
Yep.
Because Windsor is on the border.
It is.
You get it?
Yeah.
Border City.
Boys.
Boys.
With a Z.
With a Z. Right. Awesome. And he is here to play some Age of Sigmar with me. We're going to be playing a 2,000 point game. I'm going to be doing Ironjawz again. I know there's not a lot of different ways to play them, but I still feel that there's a couple slight adjustments I want to make to try out some new things and see what I can pull off. And James here will be playing Blades of Khorne.
Yep.
Which means we get to see two close combat armies smash together and see how much damage they can do. I always like that. When I bring a close combat army, it's nice when the opponent does too, because then you know you're not just going to get shot off the table before you have a chance to do your thing. You might get destroyed in close combat.
Which is fine.
Which is just fine, isn't it?
Right.
It's a lot more fun than getting shot off the table.
Because Khorne cares not.
That's right. That's right. Khorne cares not. And of course, we're going to be running events here at the new MiniWarGaming bunker. You can go to miniwargaming.com/challenge to get details of those. Make sure you follow us on facebook.com/miniwargaming because we'll post a lot of stuff there. Let's just jump into it. Take a look at the armies. On this side is my 2,000 points of Ironjawz. These are the Bloodtoofs. So there's two big War Scroll battalions, just as a reminder for the Ironjawz. And this is the one of them. So it's a battalion that contains another battalion of Iron Fists that has to have maximum number of units in it, which is 5. And then it can have other battalions and any other Ironjawz that you want. So the nice thing is the entire army is one large War Scroll battalion, which means it'll drop uber fast, but also means I get a couple extra command points. And I purchased a command point as well. So my first turn before I even go, I'll have 3 command points, which is nice. So this whole thing is being led by a mega boss on Maakresha, and I gave him the Prophet of the Wa trait. So when he rolls for his Mighty Wa to see if everybody gets an extra attack, he gets to re-roll that. And I gave him the artifact that gives him +1 damage. Then we have the mega boss being added on, and I gave him the artifact that gives him a -3 rend on his main weapon. We got a War Chanter who likes to give a unit +1 to hit, but I also give him the artifact because I can bring 3 with 2 extra War Scroll battalions. That has a 12-inch bubble of ignoring Battle Shock. So the Bloodtoofs have a couple advantages. One is they get +1 to their runs and charges. Now Ironjawz already get +1 to their charge, which means my entire army is +2 to their charge, which is really nice. The second thing is before the game starts, I'm going to drop a Realm Gate onto the table. And as long as the Realm Gate's on the table, which it can never be removed, they all count as 2 units when it comes to my Wa abilities and Mighty Wa. The way that Wa and Mighty Wa work, he's got Wa, he's got Mighty Wa. I do it as a command ability in the hero phase, and then in the combat phase, I counted the number of Ironjawz units near them. And in this case, the Bloodtoofs, they each count as 2. And I roll a die. If it's equal to or less than that number, then they all get +1 attack. And if there's at least 6, and I roll a 6, they get +2 attacks. So the nice thing is, so that basically means you only need to have 3 units, because they each count as 2, and that's 6. And so they're much more likely to get their Wa off, which makes me want to play this at even higher points level to really do some more max-sized squads, because you don't need to have a lot of squads to make the Wa work. But at 2,000 points, this is basically what you're looking at with some variations. And then the Iron Fist War Scroll Battalion consists of this 20 Ironjawz, Ardboys. And we've got 10 Brutes with a mixture of weapons. I like to mix the range weapons and, the 2-inch reach weapons and the 1-inch more attack weapons, because that way they just kind of form a second rank. We got 3 Gore-Gruntas, 5 more Brutes, and then we got a 10-man squad of Ardboys, and I actually give them all shields, which is interesting. The shields give them a 6-up ignoring wounds, so it makes them a little more resilient at the cost of one of their attacks, because if you give them 2 weapons, they get an extra attack. And the Iron Fists have 1 specific ability, or sorry, I should say 2. First off, you choose one of the leaders from one of those 5 groups, which will be this Brute, and they get +2 wounds. And as long as he's alive and on the battlefield, in your hero phase, you roll a d6, and every unit from that battalion gets to move that many inches. It could suck, you can roll a 1 and just they all move 1 inch, or you could get really lucky and roll a 5 or 6, and they all get to move that many inches before you're even into your movement phase. So I've tried this, if you've probably watched this already, especially if you're a Vault member, you've seen my 2 Ironjawz armies with the General's Handbook 2019 so far. And so I did do that one. I'm just doing some minor adjustments to try it in a different way. Then we got James's Blades of Khorne. What did you bring, James?
So I brought 2 War Scroll battalions. On the right, we've got the Brass Stampede, 3 units of Mighty Skull Crushers, and a Chaos Lord on a Juggernaut. The Lord on the Juggernaut will be my general, and he has the Gore Cleaver weapon, so that his melee weapon gets +2 attacks. And because they're in the Brass Stampede, their Mortal Wounds ability goes off automatically when they get into base contact.
So basically when they charge, normally they roll a 2+, and then each model that's in base contact, or within an inch I think, does 1 mortal wound. But this just makes it that they don't have to roll that 2+. So it's quite handy.
In the center here, we've got an Aspiring Deathbringer and a Bloodstoker. The Aspiring Deathbringer has a Blood Rune artifact, so if he slays an enemy hero or monster in melee, I get an extra Blood Tithe point.
Nice.
I've also got the Skull Altar and all 3 of the not endless spells.
Judgments of Khorne.
The not endless spells, endless spells. And on the left, we've got Gore Pilgrims. So 2 Slaughter Priests.
So War Pilgrims is a War Scroll battalion,
is a War
right?
Scroll battalion, yeah.
Okay.
2 Slaughter Priests and the Blood Secrator. The War Scroll battalion, as long as there's a Slaughter Priest within 8 inches of the Blood Secrator, his ability is 24 inches as opposed to 16. So that's reroll successful casting rolls, which won't impact your army.
Right.
And +1 attack for Khorne units.
Nice. Even if they're outside of the battalion?
Even if they're outside of the battalion.
Okay, nice.
And then 2 units of Blood Reavers, 1 with paired weapons, 1 with a Meat Ripper axes. The axes are -1 rend. And the paired weapons are reroll 1s to hit. And then 2 units of Blood Warriors. The one in the front has the fists, so on save rolls, successful save rolls, on a 6, they do a mortal wound back.
They punch me back.
Yep, and in the back, paired weapons.
Nice. That's 2,000 points. So because we both have double War Scroll battalions, there's a little less on the table, but hopefully what is little less is a lot more potent. We're going to be playing Relocation Orb, which has the orb in the middle here. And basically it moves every turn, and you don't get to retain control of it if it moves away from you. You actually have to work for it every single time. I think it is heroes with artifacts. Is that correct? Count as 20, or is it just heroes count as 20? We'll check. I think it's heroes with artifacts count as 20 models, and I think wizards do as well, but we'll double check that. In our case, neither of us have wizards, but we do each have 3 heroes with artifacts, so that does make a big difference. Got a lot of cool terrain on here. This mat, of course, by Table War. I say of course, we've got other companies too, but I just love this mat, so you've probably seen it a bunch of times. We've got these pre-painted buildings by GameMat.eu, and including this thing in the middle. We've got all these cool arcane runes. Those are from Games Workshop. Some of the trees, like especially these ones right here, are from Foreground. The rest are Model Builder Supply, I believe is where we got them years and years ago. And we got a strange, funky hut that I bought off of, what is that craft site? It's a craft site, Etsy. So I'm sorry, I don't remember who I bought it off of. I bought it a long time ago. But anyway, so that is the terrain on the table. So we are going to roll off and start deploying. So we are deployed. I obviously deployed first because I have 1 drop. It doesn't matter that I won the roll off and chose my side as well. And so here I am. Surprise. I did put him a little further behind, not because I'm worried about you getting him first turn, but more because I wanted room. He's fast. He can get past everybody. Everybody else is slow. I do have ways to make them faster, but yeah. All my heroes are kind of clumped in the middle right now. It is, so just to clarify, it's a hero with an artifact who gets within 3 inches of the objective is worth 20 models. I should also point out, and I forgot to say this, that whoever has first turn in a round only gets a point for controlling the objective, and whoever has second turn gets 3 points, which I love, because it means all of a sudden the double turn could have that serious detriment of not getting you enough points if your double turn is not powerful enough. So it really does make you second guess that, and I wish that all the scenarios had mechanics like that to make you second guess. If all they did was change every scenario so that you scored the points at the end of the battle round, then I think that would all of a sudden make people make think twice about trying to take a double turn.
So yesterday I played some meeting engagement with Luca, and those score like that. You score.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know why they didn't also drop that into everything else. I love the double turn, but I think it's weak because there's not enough mechanics like that. But anyways, I get to choose who goes first, and obviously I'm going to let the other close combat person go first.
Sure.
So Blades of Khorne, turn 1. So hero phase, you gain a command point, bringing you up to 3 because you have 2 War Scroll battalions. I actually have 3 right now, 2 War Scroll battalions, and I purchased 1.
So the first Slaughter Priest is going to blood sacrifice himself.
So I'll do D3 mortal wounds himself, but you gotta pass the prayer first.
Yeah, 4 up because he's near the altar. It's rerolling ones.
Is it rerolling ones or rerolling?
Sorry, rerolling.
Yeah, okay. So
Doesn't matter.
So he gets
passes it.
so D3 mortal wounds on a unit of his choice. He chooses himself.
He chooses himself.
Ooh, he takes 3 out of his
Takes 3.
5 wounds.
That's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Sorry, he has 6 wounds total, so he's down to 3. And that gains you a blood tithe point, which will
Yep.
help you with summoning. What's the other priest gonna do?
The other priest is going to resanguinate that priest. So on a 4 up, he will heal D3 wounds.
Nice. So 4 plus.
Yep. 4 up.
Yeah, D3 wounds. He gets 2 of them back, so he's back up to 5. Wow, Khorne heals, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know if Khorne cared about healing.
Well, so that he can stab himself again and get more blood tithe.
Oh, so he like fills him back up with blood.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah. So we'll start with the bleeding icon on a 4 up. It'll be this Slaughter Priest.
Look at you. Not
Yeah,
even needing your
look at that.
reroll. So it's placed wholly within 8, and then it can actually move 8 inches. And any unit it passes over or ends within an inch of, it does D3 mortal wounds to. And if anybody flees within 3 inches, non-Khorne, they lose D3 more models.
Yes. Let's come out.
You want to do an axe from the other guy?
From the other guy, it'll be on a 5 up
Reroll
Nope.
because the
altar.
The altar.
Nope.
No axe. That's the hero phase. So start of the movement phase. You can whip some guys into a frenzy.
So the Bloodstoker is going to whip this unit of Blood Reavers.
That gives them +3 run and charge and reroll wound rolls.
Yep.
That's pretty darn good.
Absolutely.
And then we have our movement, which starts here and ended here. Obviously, bait out front, but don't worry, I'll take it. I'll take the bait. I love removing models. I don't care if they cost so little. It's just fun to remove them anyways. And yeah, that's your movement. Everybody pretty much ran, but there's definitely no charges. Definitely no shooting.
No.
And so you get a point for grabbing the objective.
I do.
Congratulations, you are now in the lead.
Hey, first time this week.
So I got a few things to do in my hero phase. I'm up to 4 command points now because I had purchased 1, 2 War Scroll battalions, and then gaining 1 this turn. So the first thing I'm going to do is have him give them +1 to hit. The war chant is going to go, Bruce, go! Go, Bruce, go! You can do it! I believe in you! And so does Kamarka. And so they're going to be +1 to hit. Next, we're going to roll our D6 to see how far my battalion gets to move. Boom. Huh, I'll take it. It's better than 1 and 2. You can see them all right here. And they move up 3 inches. Slight adjustment. I'm not going to wah or mighty wah yet. It's like when you kind of start slowly moving faster and faster. I feel like turn 2 is where we're going to really all of a sudden sprint into combat. But we are, and I'm not going to mighty destroy or anything either, because I don't think I need to yet. That mighty destroyer is the one where I can move things for free. Which brings us to the movement phase, which you're going to see everybody start right here and end here. The only ones that ran were all the heroes, because they're not ready to go to the front lines yet. They're not needed there quite yet, just repositioning. The Gore Grunt is coming to the flank, Brutes moving up, Ardboys and Brutes moving up. Even these Ardboys over here, they did a run, and just kind of repositioning, getting ready, because the orb could come here and there, a couple spaces, but I also want them, if the orb goes the opposite way, to provide some support if they needed to. Only shooting is his roar, he's out of range, so we'll go to the charge phase. Charge phase, they're going to charge here. They need a 7-inch charge, but they get +2, +1 for being Ironjawz, +1 for being a Bloodtoof, and they make it 8 inches. So they're going to come in and smash into these lines, and most likely murder them. Ardboys here, they actually have a +4 charge because they have that +2, but they also have a drum. So they're charging 13 inches. So 13 inches actually gets this guy here, through here, and within half an inch of them. This might be a horrible idea, and maybe they're going to hit me back so hard that it'll die, and I'll be out of the 12-inch bubble of no bravery or no battle shock, but I got lots of command points for Inspiring Presence. Oh, and you rolled your free Triumph, which is number 4, which is a free Inspiring Presence. Basically, when you go to do a battle shock test, you can just, without rolling, before you roll, decide not to take it. And we charge like this, mainly for the purpose of giving the brutes space to charge, and they charge 10 inches. Yeah, they're in. You ready for all the blood tithe points?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to give you a few, and I'm sure I will not regret it. Two-handed, these are the longer range weapons in the back here. I think I want the Gorgrantis to charge. 10 inches, I can definitely get there. You know what? What the heck, right? Why? Actually, no, sorry, it was him that's going to get to that spot. So he'll go to here. He'll go to here. And you know what, we'll just overlap this tree. And we're in.
Excellent.
Well, we're going to get a fight.
That's what we're here for.
That's right. Into the combat phase. Did you want to? I don't have any command points I want to spend because there's all the new command abilities that are in the General's Handbook 2019. Did you want to do any?
Yeah, so I will use the Aspiring Deathbringer's ability to give all Khorne mortal units within 12 inches, wholly within 12 inches of him, +1 attack.
And that will be basically them? Or does it get them as well?
They are out.
Okay.
Basically, the 12-inch line is right there.
Okay, so they got +1 attack. And that's 1 command point?
1 command point.
Well, I will... It's my turn, so I get to choose who fights first. I will choose these brutes, and I'm going to pile them in and put the attacks... Try to kill this entire squad, because the Ironjawz' other Legion's ability is if I destroy something in close combat, I can immediately fight with something else that has not yet fought. So we'll have these guys pile in. The second rank has 2-inch reach weapons, which is nice. And everybody right here has got +1 to hit, because they are souped up by the hype man, the war chanter. So starting with just the regular weapons, the double weapons and the two-handed weapons. So we've got 25 attacks from them, and we're hitting on 2s. Ooh, well, there's no misses. So yeah. So wounding on 3s, ignoring your armor, 1 wound each. So I'm just gonna throw this bunch of dice. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I got a little cocky. 9, 10, there we are.
All right, and I get a blood tithe point.
Woo! Blood tithe! Blood god! I can't believe how crappy that second roll was. I am so happy that it was not something harder to kill, because that would have been very depressing. So that will activate my Ironjawz Allegiance ability, which lets me now choose another unit to immediately fight. And I think the one that has the best chance of, like, if I can chain this, it's nice. I think these brutes might be able to take it all 10. I know I rolled really poorly for that, but really, I rolled the hits really well, but I rolled the wounds poorly. But I think 5 should be able to do it, because that wasn't even with the special weapons or with the leader's weapons. So we'll see, we'll see. And they're not hyped up either. But these guys suck. So these guys. Start with the regular guys, only 8 attacks here. Hitting on 3s, not 2s. Ooh. Wait, let me check something. They are thankfully close enough to the Mega Boss to re-roll 1s, because he's basically shouldn't have going, "Hey, what is that? Yeah, I'm harder." Yeah, and they refused. We're going to have a talk with them afterwards. 3s to wound. All right, 4 dies so far. I'm gonna take those 4 off.
Yeah.
Then I'll do my 2 special weapons. 6 attacks between them, only hitting on 4s, but they have the advantage of being D3 damage. Okay, re-roll the 1. Come on, guys, listen to your Mega Boss! 3s to wound. Okay, so 2 get through. That's 2d3 wounds. Huh? 3. Mediocre. But maybe the little boss man there will finish off the other 3. He can. Start with his boss claw, because if this hits, his other weapons auto hit. Hits on a 4. Nope. So his other 2 attacks hit on 4s. Okay. These wound on 3s, D3 damage each. Okay, I could kill them if I roll a 5 or a 6 right now. 2. 1 survives. I can't believe that. So
Champion survives.
that means that it stops my little chaining of attacks, and now you get to choose somebody to fight with. You're gonna go with these guys?
Yeah.
So pile in and fight then.
I'm gonna grab the widget just to make sure.
Oh, you're easily almost in base contact. So all of them get in. So 16 attacks between all of them, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. They get the extra attack because of your banner. No 1s, but you rolled really well.
Yep.
And 4s to wound, no re-rolls here. See, the wounds
Yeah, no,
betray
it's the
you,
wound.
right?
Yeah,
What
that's
is
the
it?
exact same
And
thing.
you're picking up the same dice that I'm using, so we can't claim anything about the dice themselves. It's just a weird coincidence.
Yep.
So 4 wounds out of all that. 4 up saves. Well, I still let 3 of them through, so 1.5 of them die. He's gone, and 1 wound. I'm going to activate my 3 Gore Gruntas next, and they will fight. What are these called? Blood Warriors?
Blood
I'm
Warriors.
gonna try to kill your Blood Warriors. So start with the Jagged Gore. Start with the Jagged Gore Hackers on top. So we got 10 attacks in total, hitting on 3s. See, solid hit, but watch what happens next. You ready? We pick them all up.
I'm ready. Shake them up.
Threes to wound. I know, maybe it's because we just pick up this
Yeah.
and then we dump them on the other side, which is the bad side.
Sure.
But I don't think so.
No.
3s to wound. Well, okay, that's more average, so I've shaken the trend. So you get 5 up save, but you got the brute fist, so if you do an unmodified 6, you punch me in the face and do a mortal wound. So 5 up saves. So you only make 1 of them, so 2 guys die, but I take a mortal wound from that.
Yep.
So just lie down the guys that are going to die because they actually get to fight back before they're removed, and I still have more attacks to make.
And it'll
Just remember, if they, make sure they're ones that are close enough to fight.
yeah, probably be this guy.
Yeah, he's close enough to pile in a fight. And now the actual Gore Gruntas. Gore Gruntas hitting on 4s. That's average. Wounding on 4s. Also average. No rends, so you have a 4 up save, 6s punch me in the face. And you make 1, so 1 more dies. So I'm gonna have this guy go down to 4 wounds, 1 more guy lies down, your choice. So those 3 that just lie down, they can pile in and fight. They're all able to get in, so let's just have them punch me back. So hitting me back, you're hitting on 3s. Get an extra attack because of the banner nearby. Look at
Lots
that,
of
solid
3s.
hit.
That's
Yeah,
nice little hit there.
That's
Nice
not the one that matters. You know that. 4s to wound.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, it worked for me, I guess. Go. There we are.
Yeah,
Look at that.
nice little
Look at
roll.
that.
Nice little roll there.
Yeah. No rend.
No rend.
4 up save. Booyah, 3 wounds. Between that and the fist, you almost killed 1. So 3 of them are now removed. And that is the Gore Gruntas. And you had this one little guy who's like, kill my friends, will ya? This one little dude is surprisingly strong. He's got 1 attack, but +1 because he's the leader, +1 because of the 24-inch bubble thing. And he also has his own rule that he gets another attack if he's within 16 inches of a totem, which he is, so 4. And he's been whipped, so he's re-rolling wounds. We forgot to mention the tribe you're from, the Skullfiend tribe, which lets, if you're close to a hero of mine, you get to reroll 1s to hit.
Yep.
All of that, 4s to hit, rerolling 1s. And I knew we were building up too much. Reroll. Yeah. And 4 to wound rerolling because he's been whipped. Yay! -1 rend, so 5 up save. All of that. I love it. It does show you how strong, and I save it. It does show you how good that unit would have been, though.
Right.
Because it would have been 3 attacks each.
Full unit of 10.
Fully, that could be, that's like 31 attacks.
31 attacks.
4s rerolling 1s, 4s rerolling,
Yeah.
-1 rend. That could have been deadly.
Yeah. Had they hit you instead of you hitting them.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I still have my Ard boys to activate, so we're just going to pile in as much as we can. So we got the leader and a bunch of other guys. So this many attacks, hitting on 4s. The whites are the leader. He hits on 3s. No rerolls or anything. No rerolling. No rerolls. The extra weapon gives an extra attack. That seems good, I think. And then 3s. Whoop! I'm going to reroll that one. Drop dice never count. 3s to wound. No rends, so you get a 4 up save. Now, these ones don't have those fists that punch you back in the face.
They do not.
But if they die, they still get to fight, though.
They do.
Oh, well, or you can just not die.
Yeah.
So 2.5 die. So you can just remove the 2. You know they're going to fight.
1, 2.
And who's injured? Him. All right, so those 2 will fight back.
Not within 12 of a hero, so they don't get to reroll 1s to hit.
No.
They get it for paired weapons, though.
Yeah, they have 3s to hit rerolling 1s anyways. 4 hits. 4s to wound. 3 wounds. No rend. So you got my 4 up save. And 1 wound. That's enough to finish off the wounded guy. Then you can activate these Blood Warriors. You're probably going to want to pile him backwards.
Yeah,
just to make sure. And then the other guy can move 3 inches and get coherency.
Probably.
Fortunately, not able to fight, though. But got to coherency, so he won't just die. So the 1 banner bearer will fight. There he attacks it on 3s. 2 hits. And 4s to wound. Nothing. Battle Shock phase. I've lost 2 Ard boys here. Their base bravery is 6. The banner gives them +2, because I gave them the icon of Orc, I think is what it's called. Or whatever. +2 as long as they're close to an enemy within 3 inches, so they're up to 8. And then there's at least 10 of them, so they're actually up to 9. So they're not going to run because of that, and that was my only casualty. You, on the other hand, obviously have taken enough casualties to warrant some, so where do you want to start?
So I'll start here.
What's their bravery?
They are base bravery 6 +1 for the banner, and they lost 2.
So they could lose one more if you roll a
One more on
6. No. Same thing on the other side, except they could lose a 1 on a 5 and another on a 6. Do you want to do anything to stop that?
I'm going to use my triumph to have them auto pass.
So once per game triumph, so they just don't have to take it. Him, I don't think he has a chance to save it. Do you want to throw an inspiring presence on him? Where is your general? Oh wait, no, your general's too far away.
And they're too far away.
Yeah, because 6 inches otherwise.
He's just going to run away?
Okay, pick him up. Do you get a blood tithe for that?
I'll have to check.
The answer is yes, it does give you a blood tithe because when a model flees, the unit becomes destroyed, and it says you get a blood tithe point every time a unit's destroyed. So, yeah, that's 4 blood tithes because you cut yourself, and I destroyed... Wait, how do you have 4? Because you cut yourself for 1, and I destroyed 2 units. So you should have 3, right? There was no other way that you generated 1. So you have 3 blood tithe points right now. Couple things happen at the end of the battle round. First, we roll to see if this thing disappears. Now, it's normally on a 5 plus it stays, right? But since you have a priest within, what is it, 8
Holy
inches?
within 8.
Oh, is the priest holy within 8? Or oh yeah, because
When I checked it earlier, it was holy within 8.
okay,
Yeah.
so then it'll be a 4 plus. It stays, so it stays.
Either.
Next, we move the orb. Oh, by the way, I grabbed it, so I got 3 points for that. So it's 3 to 1 for me right now. The orb moves on a 1, 2, or 3. It'll swing over here. On a 4, 5, or 6, it'll swing over to here. Oh boy, it's coming back. So it goes woo, and I lose control of it. So I actually have to get a unit within 6 inches of it to retake control of it. Unlike normal objectives, which you continue to have control even after you leave, as long as the opponent doesn't take it back. Now for the epic roll-off.
This is going to be big.
You win ties, so you have the better chance of winning it because you went first. Who gets to choose who goes first? I get a 5, you got a 2, I get to choose.
You do.
As much as it pains me to do so, I will take the next turn for the double turn. I say pains me because it's funny because I'm kind of on the fence for how much I like the double turn. I'm like I'm 55% I like it more than I don't. Yeah, and I had a discussion. I don't know if it's been put up yet on YouTube. Steve and I have a long discussion about it in a video, and I think that it could be a magnificent rule if they made a few changes, and not to the double turn thing, not to the random turn, but the more disadvantages for going for going first. So this scenario has a disadvantage that, I only get 1 point instead of 3, but let's face it, where it went, that's not going to be a huge disadvantage here. But anyways, I will go next. So Ironjawz, turn 2. So first things first, I'm up to 5 command points. So we're gonna do our massive everything. We're gonna see the might. So we're gonna do the wah and the mighty wah. War Chanter is gonna go crush your mega boss and give him +1 to hit. We'll do our free D6 inch move. 6 inches. I didn't even need it. I'm so close already. So the brutes will take it. The guys who are in combat can't use it, but that's fine. These guys will come around to here. And then we'll keep our coherency. You know what, actually, this guy's gonna stay up there, and I'll use this guy 6 inches to keep coherency, keeping my longer range weapons still in the back. Like that. And these Ard boys in one flank will come this way to grab the objective. And they'll use it. I'm gonna do Mighty Destroyer, command ability, spend another one of my 5 command points, and I have 2 left, and he's gonna use it on himself to make a free normal move. He's gonna come up to here. And the Mega Boss is gonna be like, oh, you're gonna try to stop me, huh? Just because you're on a big mouth crusher. And he's gonna Mighty Destroyer himself. Boom, 4 inches. Didn't see that one coming. Look how fast he is. And now for the movement phase. I know you swear you just watched it. These brutes are just going to move over. Leave some space for the Mega Boss, who just drops right in front of the other Mega Boss and kind of just laughs at him for his attempts. And these brutes will just move over like so. Keep our coherency. Don't really get stuck in there and duff them up like brutes like to do. Stop moving the train, Matthew. Mega Boss does not want to be left out of the fight, even though he's got nowhere to charge. War Chanter is going to run. and he gets a +1 of that for being a Bloodtoof. He'll go to here. He's got his 12-inch bubble of ignoring Battle Shock. And then the ones over here are going to run, so 3, so 9. And their job is just to come over and grab the objective, as you may have suspected. Boom, baby. I'm gonna scream at your hurt Slaughter Priest. 2 to hit. Hey, look at that. 3s to wound though. Okay, look at that. -1 rend. What's your save normally?
It would be a 5-up save.
5 up normally, so 6 up. Whoa, what is it gonna be? Oh no! No rerolls?
No.
So D6 damage, you've got 5 wounds left. You've got 3 wounds left. Cut yourself now, I dare you. That's all that nonsense shooting stuff. So let's do some charges. We're gonna start with these brutes over here. So obviously they're in 9 inches. We're just gonna use that to come, oops, sorry. Stop moving the models and drain Matthew. He'll go here. He'll go here. And then we'll just go here and here. Booyah. Big guy's gonna charge 7 inches. So we're just going, wait, I did that backwards because he doesn't have any space. Do you mind if I charge them first?
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
We talked about this before the game, this exact scenario.
What, that I just keep not being able to fit my guys to places because I do the
that,
wrong order?
Exactly that.
All right. I appreciate the sportsmanship in the
not
face of
here-
adversity.
I'm not here to game you.
Yeah, because it's like, wait, he does fly, but he's got such a big base, he can't get in there. And I was like carefully moving everything to get him in. So I appreciate your good sportsmanship, especially in the face of a double turn. So the brutes will charge, they're in. So they're gonna charge, and I'm gonna do this, and then whatever I do here, that's it, okay? So if I screw this up, I'm not taking any more.
Everybody gets 1.
Everybody gets 1, that's right. So the brutes are gonna have to kind of funnel over here. And now, woo, we made it! So he's gonna do his hulking brute, or bulk onto him. Each 4+ is a mortal wound. Ha, well,
Good.
okay. The mega boss has nowhere to charge. Wah, 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 wah. But he's still whine. So beginning of the combat phase, we're gonna do our Wah and Mighty Wah abilities before we do anything else. And so we count up the number within 10 of him and within 15 of him. So it's, this whole army is within both 10 of him and 15 of him. They're not within it either. Who cares what the guy's not in combat? So, and they all count as 2. In this case, it didn't matter for the Bloodtoofs because I think I actually have 6 for each of them. So I roll a die, and if I roll any, like basically, I automatically get +1 attack for everybody, +2 attacks because they're stacking. But if I roll a 6, they'll get 2 attacks for that one, and he gets to re-roll it because I took profit of the Wah. So let's do the non-reroll guy first. Nothing. Well, the +1, and the reroll guy. No. Okay. So everybody only gets +2 attacks.
Yeah, only +2.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm familiar with that though.
Yeah. And you've got the +1 attack bubble, right?
I do.
Yeah, but yeah. Sorry. You gonna use any command abilities?
So I'm going to use his command ability again. Khorne mortal units wholly within 12 of him get an extra attack.
Awesome. While he's alive, or like right now?
I believe it's right now.
So check this, while he's alive. So if he dies, they lose that. I'm gonna activate my 10 brutes first. So we're going to pile in and do some fighting. I'll bring him up. He's already touching. And here we go. So all in except for 1. So let's allocate my attacks. So these, oh wait, he might be in range. He's a 2-inch weapon, let me check. No, he's a hair out. Not taking liberties after you let me move in. So we got 5 guys will attack him, and then 3 guys will attack the Slaughter Priest. So this many attacks from those 3 guys into the Slaughter Priest, because they get +2 attacks each. They're hitting on 3s. They have Duff him up, because he has at least 4, a wound characteristic of 4 or more, so they get to reroll. Failed. And then 3s to wound. Maybe the dice will betray me? Oh, that was bad-ish. But there's still a lot of wounds there. -1, so you got 6 up save, and 3 wounds left, because I roared at you. And yeah, he dies. It's a good number of 6s.
That's safe. I get a blood tithe point.
Hey, Blood Tithe!
Now I'm at 4.
Now you're at 4. I think soon you'll be at max. Because, yeah. And then I guess you're Aspiring Champion as well. So the regular weapons and the 2-inch reach weapons, but not the special ones, hitting on 3s. Duff them up to reroll. All but 1. 3s to wound. A mediocre roll. You've got 4 up saves normally, so 5 up because of the -1. You got 5 wounds. And, ooh,
That was
You take
pretty
4 wounds. I'm not done yet, though, unfortunately. So I got 1 wound left. I'll do my brute. He's got 3 attacks with his claw now. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling, and wounding on 3s. You get 5 up saves with these 2. They're 2 damage each. Yeah, and he dies. So yeah. So that is the brutes. With my allegiance ability, I did kill at least 1 unit, so I get to immediately choose something else and fight with it. So I'm going to choose my mega boss on Maw Crusher, who is seriously souped up right now. So his main weapon, which is a 2-inch reach, will go after your whipping boy, and then everything else is just going to murder that slaughter priest.
Yep.
Foreshadowing. So 5 attacks now from his main weapon. Hey, we actually get to see his ability. Whenever he kills a hero, he has to do it, not his guy. He gets +1 wound and +1 attack to that weapon that killed him. So we're looking at 2s to hit because he's been souped up. Oh, well, he could just miss. But these are 2 wounds. No, these are 3 wounds each because I gave him the +1 damage. But I still have to wound. 3s to wound. Okay, all right. -1 rend, 3 damage apiece. How many wounds does he have? Probably more than 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his save?
It's 5 up base. So,
So if you roll 2 6s, he survives. 6 wounds. Not him, the other guy. The other guy had a 5 up base, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it didn't matter. You rolled 4s
Yeah.
anyways. So then we're going to put everything in the rest into the Slaughter Priest. So he just killed a hero, so he gains a wound, and this main weapon gets +1 attack. So if I actually kill this hero with his secondary weapon, he'll get another wound and an attack on that weapon. But a secondary weapon's not nearly as good. So I'm going to make a bit of a risk here. I'm take a bit of risk. I'm going to have the tail attack from the Maw Crusher first, hoping to bring him down to like 1 or 2 wounds and then finish him off. Tail attack is D3 +2. Oh no! Too many tail!
Over.
No!
Oh.
I'm hitting on 3s instead of 4s. Woo! Okay, I can't kill him. Makes me feel better. Now watch me not kill him at all. 3s to wound. 3 wounds, -1 save, so 6 up. Oh, just as planned. He's down to 1 wound. Oh, when a plan works too well, I feel bad. Then so I'm going to do his secondary weapon. So 6 attacks with the +2. Right, it's 4 base, hitting on 2s because he's all hyped up. 3s to wound. Oh, only 2 of them. It's no rends. You get your 5 up saves. Make both of these and you deny him another wound and another attack. No, he got him down. So that's another wound. And oh boy. So he's up to 16 wounds. Look at that, a wound counter because I'm higher than I should be. That's his turn. And I obviously killed something, so I got to choose something else to fight now. Well, James, I said it off camera. I'll say it on camera. Thank you for traveling all this distance to watch me roll dice.
I had a couple days off. What else was I going to do?
So I'll start with the guys on top. No bonuses because they weren't within 15 inches when I did the wah. So we're hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Yeah, that's technically enough to kill you. You get 5 up saves, but 6s hurt me. Well, you hurt me once, finishing off one of my guys. Now, mind you, it'll be after it's all done, so he still gets to have the Gorgrunt attack. And 1 guy goes down. You only have 1 wound left. Maybe I'll be able to finish you off with this. It's not ridiculous to think that I could. It's just that, I normally don't with the Gorgrunt. It's 4s to hit. Yeah, see, 5 hits. 4s to wound. Well, technically I could if you fail your 4 up save. Wow, that was a bad roll. Oh no, I did! Oh, I'm sorry, man. And so you kill this guy with your mortal wound and the 2 of them get to fight back. Your banner's still there, so you get the extra attack still as you fight back, as you die, hitting on 3s and 4s to wound.
Yeah, that's about it.
Don't worry, it's almost over. I'm gonna have the Bruce go next. I think the Ard Boys could finish off these 3. But I'm not worried about those 3 either. And it's not likely I'm gonna finish off the 3. No, they got +2 attacks. You know what, Ard Boys. Ard Boys it is. So lots are in there. Can we finish off these 3 and go yet again? So this many attacks, because they all have +2 attack. Hitting on 4s. Nothing's re-rolling. Oh, 3s for the white dice, though. They're my leader. Is that good? It looks actually below average, but I don't know. 3s to wound. You got 4 up saves. I got no rend. You've got 5 wounds left. Go ahead. Yeah, they're dead. They get to fight back, though.
They do.
So before we remove them. Is the leader in there?
The leader is in there.
So hitting back on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of paired weapons. Re-roll those 2 right there.
Yeah.
4s to wound. Are there any rerolls here?
No.
No. No rend, right?
No.
So 4-up saves. Hey, wound. Yay. And now you have so many Bloodtoof points that you don't know what to do with them all.
Oh, I know what to do with them.
And I get to choose the next unit to fight, and the brutes will fight, and that'll be my whole army having fought.
Good.
Start with the 2 guys with just a bunch of weapons, so 6 attacks each. They're hitting on. Now, what's the wounds characteristic of these guys? They're 5?
They are 5 each.
So I'm duffing them up, so I'm re-rolling. 3s to hit.
You're gonna need that reroll.
Yeah, thank you. Come on, re-roll. You done got duffed. Oh, whatever. I think I've done enough damage. 3s to wound. Woo! So your 3-up save becomes a 4-up save because of -1 rend. Oh no, dude! Dude! You done got duffed! 4 wounds so far. We're not done yet.
Yeah.
Then we'll do the jagged gore hackas. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. No, the gore choppas. These are the really good ones. So 5 attacks each with the +2. Hit normally on 4s, but we're re-rolling. So let's get a couple more from that, Willie. Yep, 3 more. That's more than a couple. Thank you. 3s to wound. Okay, -1 D3 damage. So this is the one not to fail. 4-up saves because of the -1. That's better. Only 1. D3 damage. Only 1. So far it's enough wounds to kill 1 only, but I still have my little boss who might be able to do more. So 3 attacks with his claw, hitting on 4s, re-rolling. And because at least one of them hit, or in this case all of them, his other weapons are going to auto-hit. 3s to wound. So these are -1, 2 damage. So you get a 4-up save, 2 damage each. So 2 damage. So this boss Smasha has 4 attacks now, auto-hitting because I'm holding on to your guy with the claw and wounding him on 3s. Ooh, these are -2 rend D3 damage. So you get a 5-up save against these. Oh, look at you spiking it. 1 gets through, D3 damage. 2. Oof, if it wasn't for that spike, you would have lost the second one. But I did not kill a unit, so play passes back to you. In fact, it would have anyways.
It would have happened anyway.
I'm done. Yeah. So that was my army. Welcome to Age of Sigmar 40k edition.
I specifically didn't want to play 40k today.
I'm sorry. You said Age of Sigmar, and I'm like, I'd rather play 40k. Do you know what army plays just like 40k? Ironjawz. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay, your turn.
With this unit.
You gonna start with this unit? You're gonna go after my big guy, eh?
He's gonna just poke him in the eye.
So the nice thing is, even though he gained the wounds, it's wounds taken that counts towards disabling him, right? So it's not like you have to go through 2 more wounds before you start to disable him. So that's the one consolation prize.
Yep.
So how would you like to direct your attacks?
This guy's attacks are gonna go here. This guy's attacks are gonna go there.
Awesome. So attacking my Maw Crusher first, start with the glaive hitting on 4s.
Yep.
You're close to my hero, so you get to reroll 1s. And that gets you another hit. 3s to wound. Oh. And they weren't whipped, right?
No.
And -1 rend, so my 3-up becomes a 4-up. Saved. And your actual mount is 3s to hit. No rerolling, because it's only reroll 1s. 3s to wound. Oh, dude! Dude! At least you're still laughing, right?
Well,
on the outside?
We're here to have fun.
Yeah, is this
We're
fun?
here to have fun.
Is that fun?
Well, we're pushing models around the table.
Exactly. It looks cool.
Yeah. I know.
And the other one into my brutes.
Yeah, no.
So the glaive first, hitting on 4s, and then wounding on 3s, and -1 rend, so I get a 5-up save.
Yeah.
Your hooves hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, 3s to wound. We got 3, 4-up saves because no rend. Ha! Oh no! Okay. Next up over here, I have 2 of your blood crushers come in.
Yep.
Fight the brutes. So you can roll theirs together because their weapons all have the same profile, so this is everything.
This is everything.
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. You roll those 4 3s, or 4 1s. 3s to wound. And there's no rend.
No.
4-up saves. So 1 dies. That's just a 2-handed weapon, it's not one of those special ones, so he will die. And your banner bearer will then pile in and fight. He's like, I'm here, guys. So he's got an extra attack too, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s, because you're close to a hero, which apparently excites you.
But it doesn't matter, not enough.
No,
Because
it always improves it a little bit.
Yeah.
3s to wound. -1 rend, so 5-up save, and you almost kill another one. So let's put it on a guy with a 2-handed weapon. And That is the combat phase.
That is the combat phase.
So we have our battle shock phase,
Battle shock
which I
phase.
don't think we have much to do.
Don't sound.
So my brutes are bravery 6. I lost one guy. Nobody runs. And I don't think I lost anybody else. So you've lost one there. What's their bravery though?
Their base bravery 6. With the banner, they had 2.
Okay, so they're fine.
They're fine.
So you don't have any battle shock because the only ones that would are totally gone.
Yep.
And you're up to max blood tithe as well.
I am at 8 blood tithe points.
Did it go to exactly 8? Did we
goes
stop?
to 8.
Yeah, but I mean,
Unless-
like, did we go past it? I know you can't.
did.
I know you can't,
We
but I'm
went-
wondering if we did.
We did not. We went to exactly 8.
Okay, so we got you to exactly a
Yeah.
bloodthirster or 20 bloodletters.
One or the other.
And I get a point, so it's 4-1. So a bit of an uphill battle from here for
Little
James,
bit,
but
little bit.
he's willing to give it a shot.
Yep.
So we'll go straight to your turn. You gain a command point, go up to 2.
I
don't,
do.
don't have any prayers or anything to do, but you do get to move this, right?
I do get to move it.
Move it 8 inches. Anything it passes over or ends within an inch of takes D3 mortal wounds.
3.
Pass over. Now, you're not going to be able to get to
No.
within an inch of him. But you can still get the 2 heroes, basically.
Basically, I'm there.
Yeah. On the big guy, D3 mortal wounds. Oop, 2. And on the little mega boss, yeah, if you call him little to his face, he's not very happy. 3. So he's down to 4, and he's back down to his 14. So I'm just going to remove this. Don't need it. Movement's pretty straightforward. Move up. We're going to know they're more than 3 inches away. Oh, you're going to move them that way. Okay. So you're hoping that they're going to charge through here, and then he gets in too. Wipe out this big squad. Wait.
We got something to do before.
Wait.
You handed me some dice.
I'm like, wait, no. You got some blood tithe points to spend.
I have 8 blood tithe points to spend.
Are you bringing in the bloodthirster or 8 or 20 bloodletters?
I think this is a go big or go home moment. So we're gonna go big with a big bloodthirster.
Okay. 8 blood tithe points being spent. You have to place it wholly within 12 inches of a hero or your altar, and more than 9 inches from enemies. It's fine. You just stick him back there. We know he's 9 inches away. That's all we have to remember. Boom! Bloodthirster comes swooping down behind your warlord or your general, saying, "Oh, Khorne is happy with all the blood. I am here to join." So now you charge. Do you have any bonuses to your charging? Any pluses or rerolls
I
besides
believe-
command points?
They'll get something from the hornblower.
So the hornblower gives you +1 charge, which gives you a healthy, nice 11 inches.
That will do what I want.
So let's you bring them all in. You're gonna have to engage the other group if you want to really leave space. So this is gonna be 3 automatic mortal wounds to these guys, correct?
Everything to these guys.
So that's 2 of them dead because one was already wounded. Who's charging next?
The blood. No.
Well, let's see, if he goes first and goes here, it makes it a longer charge for the bloodthirster.
It does, and the bloodthirster's gonna go in.
So 9-inch charge. You don't have any pluses to this, but you could do a reroll. I'm rooting for you, man. 8 reroll with a
Reroll
command point.
With a command point.
Oh! I was hoping.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
That is-
The Lord's still going to try to get a piece of this action, though. 8 inches will get you in. And so then he automatically will do D3 mortal wounds. So just
He will.
shove him in there. And D3 mortal wounds.
For
1. 1 mortal wound. And that's it for your charging. So we go into the combat phase. You have 1 more command point. Did you want to do any command abilities?
Yes.
You're going to use the generic command ability from the General's Handbook 2019 on them
Yes.
to give them reroll 1s to hit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend my command point.
They're
And-
out of 16 though, so they don't get the +1.
Oh, you don't get the +1 attack from the banner.
is fine.
Banner's pretty far away.
Yep.
Who's going first?
That unit of Mighty Skull Crushers,
All into the big unit of Ard Boys.
all into the big unit.
Start with the Champion's Spear, because it's something that has to be rolled separately. 4s to hit. No 1s, only 1 hit though. 3s to wound. They -1, so I get a 5-up save. 1 dies. Well, 1 wound, but the guy had only 1 wound left. 15 attacks from all the other weapons, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s because of the command point that you spent. Will help you with 3 of them. Will they get any better? Yeah. 3s to wound. So pretty good. 4-up saves. You kill 2.5 more. So 2 and a half, I guess. We're gonna do my Mega Boss and Maw Crusher. He's gonna put all his attacks into those 2 blood crushers.
Yeah, he is.
Start with his Boss Gore Haka, which has an extra attack because he killed a hero with it. 3s to hit. Unfortunately, the +1 to hit only lasts during the following combat phase, and I don't have the extra attacks from the Waz anymore. 3s to wound. So 1 gets through, It is a -1, but 3 damage. So 4 up. Nah, that's too bad. Scraptooth has an extra attack as well. 3s to hit, 3s to wound. No rends, you get a 3-up save. And ooh! Finishes off the one. He's only had 1 wound left. And the next one does 4 wounds. Maw Crusher's Mighty Fist, the 2 wounds that he's taken so far has not bracketed him. Hitting on 2s. Nice. Wounding on 3s. Oh boy, they all made it through. These are -2, 3 damage apiece.
5 ups.
So 5 up. He's dead. Yep. So having killed something, I immediately get to choose something else to fight. This sounds familiar.
It does.
Let's do the brutes. And we'll be able to pile in. I don't think this will matter to get somebody else in, but we'll do it anyways. Actually, yeah, it'll get one guy back here in. Let's take that totem down. So we're gonna put, yeah, he has to attack it. So basically, these 5 guys will attack him and these 3 will attack. Oh wait, no, he's a 1-inch reach. So these 2 will attack over here. So 5 into him, we'll do those first. Do the regular weapons first, hitting on 3s. Look at re-rolling because of Duff 'em Up. Wounding on 3s. So this many wounds, -1 rend. What's his base save? 4 up or 5 up?
His base
Totem.
save.
He's at 3 up. That's more like it. 4 up then. Takes 4 wounds. How many wounds does he have?
He will have 1 left.
So 1 left. Let's see if we can finish him off. Well, try to grab you with my claw from my boss. Hits. Wounds on a 3. Wounds. This is a... Hold on, let me check. But roll it first. Okay, so that's a fail. It's at least a -1. So he goes down, and then the other 3 will attack the blood crushers. Sorry, just the 2. 3s to hit. Re-rolling because they have a wounds characteristic, but at least 4. So more hits. 3s to wound. So we got 6 wounds. 4 up saves because 3 up -1 rend. So you take 3 wounds. One guy goes down to 2, and I killed a unit, so I get to like the next thing to fight. Let's do the Ard boys before your leader has a chance to fight. I don't think I'm going to kill your leader, but I can at least try to do more damage, right? We're going to make sure that 1 wound guy is not the linchpin in keeping the coherency, because that would be bad tactics. And we go like this. So these 4 on him, these 5 on them. So the 4 into your leader, so 12 attacks, hitting on 4s, no rerolls, about average. Wounding on 3s, below average. No rend, so you get what, a 3-up save?
3-up save.
3-up save on him, and he is okie dokie.
Just fine.
And then to your blood crushers, there's 5 of them plus the leader, or including the leader. So 4s to hit, the whites are on 3s. And 3s to wound. No rend, so they get their 3-up saves. Which, 1 wound. Well, they don't die easily, that's for sure. So that's it for me. You get to choose something, and then I only have these guys left to fight.
My leader will go.
On to the Ard boys.
Yeah.
So he has 2 extra attacks because of the artifact that you gave him. Hitting on 3s. 3s to wound. 6s. So this D3 damage normally, but 6s do straight 3. So I'll roll them separately. -1 rend.
Yeah.
So 5 up. So 3 damage. 5 up. D3 damage. 2 more, so 5 damage. So he kills 3 of them on his own. 1, 2, 3. And this Juggernaut has 3 attacks. Is this the same as the other Juggernauts? Just 3s and 3s?
Yep.
Nothing special about them or him. Does he get to ride a special Juggernaut?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
And then these Ard boys get to go, so yeah, we'll pile it around to get a few guys in. I don't think they're going to do anything. These guys have shields, so they have less attacks, so 5 of them. Hitting on 4s. Yeah. And 3s. Can't even kill a guy with this, even if you somehow failed 3 3-up saves. Which you didn't. And you still have these blood guys. Blood crushers, blood... What are they called?
Blood, Mighty Skull Crusher.
Mighty Skull Crushers, thank you. Wasn't even blood in it. What was I thinking? It was skull, not blood,
Blood,
Matthew.
Skull, Khorne.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Attacking. The leader has a glaive.
4s.
Hits on 4s. And then 3s to wound with a -1 rend, so 5 up. So 1 wound there. That actually finishes off a guy with a big weapon. And then 15 attacks from all the rest of the weapons, hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1s.
You're rolling all the... Ooh, look at all those 1s. All your misses were 1s. That's the best way that you want to have it. Not bad. 3s to wound. Ooh.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty darn good. 4-up saves. So you killed 1, 2, and a bit. We don't want to lose coherency, so you're going to have to be one of them. Actually, no, I can take them from the sides. you, and you. Yeah, you. And then we'll injure regular guy next with a wound, so he's down to 2. Brings us to Battle Shock. You don't have any Battle Shock to take.
I do not.
I do. And I accidentally moved out of the 12-inch bubble for my War Chanter to let them ignore Battle Shock. So they definitely have to take one. I'm not going to Inspire and Presence them, because I'm going to Inspire and Presence them. It gives me a command point on that. Or I can just not Inspire and Presence them either. Their Bravery 6 right now. They lost 3 guys. This means a 1, 2, or 3 I'm fine, but a 6 I'd lose 3 of them. That'd be a pretty big deal. So yeah, I'd try to keep that point for a WA, but Inspire and Presence it is. Over here though, there's 10 of them, so they get +1 Bravery. Their banner gives them another +2, so they're up to 9, but they lost 8 guys. So we're basically, if I roll a 1, nobody runs. Otherwise, I lose D6 -1. So 2 more of them run. I'll take the ones that are way over here, even though it's the drummer, just to get the rest of them back within that 12-inch bubble. You do not take the objective back. So at the end of this turn, or battle round 2, the score is 4-1. And the icon disappears on a 5+, because there's no priest nearby. Or sorry, anything but a 5+. So it actually stays. So in the battle round, we've got to see where the orb goes. So 1, 2, 3, it'll go back to there. 4, 5, 6, it'll go over there. So it goes back over here. So what do you think, Jeff? James.
Nice try, Matt. Nice try.
I'm sorry. Was it J name? I was close.
You were close. You were close.
I haven't called you Jeff all day.
You haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think, James?
I think at this point, we could grind this out for a while and roll a bunch of dice. But it is kind of early in the day still, so maybe we can get a second game in.
Yeah, there is that too. It's hard to say. Like, I don't think you can win. Well, okay, here, let's do this. Roll right now. So I win ties, so I'm going next. That is actually the real clincher there, because now your Bloodthirster's out of the equation for another turn. Yeah. I can throw up a wall, give everybody +1 attack. Then I could actually retreat these guys and get all my heroes in there. Yep. And that would break that hold right there.
Yep.
Or at the very least, make it hard for you to continue. Yeah, because if you could go next, I'd say there's probably still a chance.
Because the Bloodthirster could...
Yeah, he comes in and helps out.
Charge here.
And then we have to do that fight.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think you're right. Well, it was an interesting game.
It was.
The double turn obviously allowed me to kind of just destroy before you had a chance to react.
I wish we could have used the rest of the table over there.
You mean all of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the dice go, so I can keep them off camera. But that's okay. We're going to play another game, Blades of Khorne versus Ironjawz, but we're going to bring back the big guys.
Absolutely.
So you're going to see some big monsters fighting some big monsters. It's like Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Either the best dumb movie you've ever seen or the dumbest awesome movie you've ever seen.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's something. Honest Trailer said something like that, and I totally agree with it. A great movie because you got to see robots punch monsters. And now you just get to see monsters punch monsters. Yeah. So that's going to be in the MiniWarGaming Vault at the link below. So James will have a shot at redemption as we see whose monsters are better monsters. It's going to be a regular game. We're not just going to do all monsters. It'll be a 2,000 point game following the normal match play rules. You're just going to see a lot more big things and a lot less small things. So go check it out, the link below. If you're not a Vault member, you can still click it, get a free 7-day trial to the Vault, and instantly watch that battle report and thousands of others of Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40k, Apocalypse, Adeptus Titanicus, and all sorts of other stuff in there as well. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. Happy wargaming!